Hello, this is Kathleen West. I'm going to do a demonstration of my WCF Authentication demo project. This is not going to discuss code, it's just going to show the actual program working, and you can reference the blog article for code references and discussion regarding the architecture of the project. So I'm going to go ahead and start this. I'm gonna resize the windows for the demo and open up a second client, so we'll have two clients working. Let me go ahead and arrange this window for you to see. And oops, sorry about that. And I don't really care to see the output. Let's go back to the oh dear. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that I loaded it correctly, and I've got two clients open. So in the background is the service, is the WCF service, and it's being hosted by a console application. The blog article is going to discuss more about the architecture and the project setup. So I've got two client testers. I'm going to go ahead and show you, the default validation. So there is some client-side validation here, and I'm just going to type in two users. We're gonna test a service operation called greet_me. It goes through validation, but it'll send back a default message if it finds the user is not logged in, not registered, and so on. Anyways, gonna go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and register these two users. Okay, and the service is spitting out messages. It doesn't discuss everything that's happening on the back end, but you can modify it if you'd like. I'm going to show you duplicate registration. Okay, so this is a message that the service had an exception, and it caught it on the service, and it bundled it into a fault exception model to send to the client, and the client catches it and it's able to understand that there's a fault going on, and it's got its fault modeling. Okay, let's go ahead and try the login function. And you're noticing you're getting some service callbacks to the application here on activity. So the service does send a callback message to the client on certain activities like login and logout, and that's just for demo. Let's go ahead and try logging in again to show, since the user Kathleen is already logged in, the service recognizes that and it bundles a fault, throws it to the client. The same here. Gonna go ahead and log off. Try to log off again. Service notices user's not logged in, so it's gonna bundle a fault and throw it to the client as well, the client caller. Let's try an invalid password. In this case, the service is it goes through WCF validation, and it does send a message with the message security that the credentials were wrong. Talk about more about that in the blog article, but you can see it working here. with the bad username and password. I think I tried register, duplicate registration as well. Let's go ahead and log in again. You notice when a client is connected, it's able to receive the callbacks, the service message activities. So when I connected the user Kathleen and then logged in Jared, it was able to get the message that Jared logged in. However, if Jared is not logged in and Kathleen logs in before him, the service does not send history of the login information at this time. It could be adapted to do that, but on this demo it does not. I do have a good chat demo program that kind of demonstrates chat service, but this was not designed to be that demo. So let's go ahead and log in, and I want to show you the greet me. When a user is registered and logged in, it does return a customized greet me service message to the user with the username, and notice that they're registered and logged in. If they're logged off, they get a generic one as well, a generic one. So this is the demo. This is a good example of WCF authentication, and it uses a custom user name and password validator with message security, and you can, it currently uses TCP, not TCP, but you can change the plumbing with WCF configuration. There's some minute differences and things that I've noticed with some of the plumbing on faults and other errors with dual HTTP, and my blog article will talk about that and my experiences with making this project and using different kinds of binding architectures. I hope you enjoyed it, and take a look at the article for the architecture and the code.